And we're back to the future. Again, part 5 or whatever.
Hello, everybody. We were being nerds and talking about Star Trek.
We were talking about DS9 and how, like, Section 31 got way too top.
And how they just did not have to do the things that they did to O'Brien. Good drama. It did not need to be localized entirely within this one Irishman.
Yes. Because they do a lot of episodes that were, like, very dramatic. They're, like, some of the best stuff that Star Trek ever did. There was that one episode where they were crash-landed on a planet, basically across a valley from an also crashed Jim Hadar ship.
Oh, yeah!
That was one of my favorite episodes.
Love that. You know, where
they had to, like, trade prisoners and, like...
And eventually, then eventually it turns out that one of the guys' names start with B.
Not Vicar.
Vorta?
What is it?
Vorta, that's it. I wanted to say Vorton. I was like, no, that's a Commander Keen thing, isn't it?
Nice.
No, the Vorta revealed that he does not actually have enough Ketracel light for any of them, so he's going to send them on a death mission to attack, and he warned Cisco ahead of time, and because the Vorta basically wants to save his own skin.
Right.
Yeah, he's like, if they find out that we have no Ketracel white, they're gonna turn on me, and if they don't die, like, they literally will refuse to die in anything that isn't frontline warfare. Their programming will not let them, and so either they're going to kill me or they're going to die to your gunfire. So, guess what?
There were definitely a couple episodes where you were meant to feel sorry for the Jim Hadar.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Like, oh, poor little alligators.
Poor little alligators.
I don't know, that's what they look like to me.
If you furryfy them, what would you turn them into?
Direct
beard geckos.
As for the Vorta, I don't really feel sorry for them. They're just tools. Vorta always seems like slime balls to me, especially when
Yeah, that's the thing. They're all their personalities are all the most sickly, like
they're like lawyers.
Klondike 4385.
Brown residence.
Hey, Hampton. How's it hanging? This is Marty, Emmett's friend. I just wanted to chat with you for a while.
Thank you, Simon Tesla, for the 26 months.
Conversation terminated.
That was rude.
You know, you were wondering about Marty's music tastes earlier, but look at him. He looks like a dork.
Yes, he does,
He's in
but...
a costume.
Please recite the phone number you wish to dial.
Yes, he looks like a dork, he talks like a dork, but in the universe he's supposed to be the cool kid. That hangs out with a very nerdy scientist for some reason.
I mean, Hill Valley's supposed to be in, like, the boring part of California, like
Technically speaking,
like the back part, and like Inyo. So maybe he's the coolest kid in town anyway.
This is Carl Sagan.
Ooh, the mysterious Mr. Sagan. What do you want?
Can you put Edna Strickland on the phone for me?
Sure thing, Mr. Sagan. Hey, Strickland! Somebody actually wants to talk to you.
Mr. Sagan,
Hey,
what
Strickland.
happened? I thought you were distracting Emmett.
Was? Oh, yes, of course I was.
Then why is Emmett standing here, valiantly trying to convince Detective Parker that he should be allowed to go through with this ever so dangerous display of wrong-headed technology?
What can I say? I was outsmarted by that wily Yakov Smirnov.
Well, that puts a crimp in our plan.
Yes, a plan. About that plan. I'm a little unclear on the details of our plan.
Unclear? But it's your plan.
I mean, I'm worried that you're a little unclear on the details.
You were supposed to keep Emmett distracted, but it appears that you've been foiled by Mr. Smirnov.
What can I say? He's too smart for an old fogey like me.
So I see.
There's been a change of plan.
What?
Yes, I've changed my mind. I think we should let Emmett go through with his demonstration.
But you told me it could be dangerous, and that Yakov Smirnov was a foreign agitator, that the only way I could get Emmett back would be to scoop him up after his dreams were shattered, and so on and so forth.
I said a lot of things, but I was a little crazy at the time. The important thing is, now I think you should let Emmett go ahead with his little demonstration.
Oh, I get it.
What?
It's Comrade Smirnov, isn't it? He's gotten to you.
No! I really want Emmett to go ahead with his demo.
Don't worry, Carl. You can count on me.
I feel like you gotta say dark secret here, because she almost
Nodding,
revealed something earlier to you.
You know what?
You know what?
The little
You know
matter
what?
we were whispering about yesterday.
Oh, that! As a matter of fact, I'm glad you brought it up. I was thinking, wouldn't it be a good idea to pin it all on Yakov Smirnov?
Pin what on him exactly?
You know, it!
You know, that one thing that we're dancing
I
around.
get it. You're still sore about going to jail. That was the dog's fault. If he hadn't come glumping up to me right after I started the fire, I could have gotten clean away, and I never would have had to divert suspicion to you.
She's the speakeasy arsonist.
Carl, is somebody with you?
No! It's just you and me. You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them. Every night they'd open up their doors serving illegal drinks and loose women, flaunting their depravity to the world, and the authorities did nothing. So I did what any right-thinking, rock-willed woman would do. I took action. Oh, and such a gorgeous action it was, too. The fires were so beautiful. The alcohol made them go up in such pretty blue flames. Where was I?
You were explaining why you burned down the speakeasies.
Yes. Did you find my answer to your liking?
It was very revealing. Hang up.
Yeah, she's a psycho.
No way.
Edna was always a loon. I hope that confession's good enough for Parker.
Hiya, folks. It's me, Techni, Muse of Progress, gracing you once again with my presence. And speaking of presents, what better gift could Hill Valley offer the world than this magnificent science and technology exhibit? Hey, folks? If you haven't done so already, I urge each and every one of you to take a peek at Furnishings of the Future, right here in our main hall. Tickets are available from me, Techni, at our information desk.
You know, stop me if I already said this, but like, the shader doesn't have any subsurface scattering at all. So the skin looks very Toy Story 1. That's what I think of, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
they try and make up for it with subtle textures, but
yeah,
there's only so much that can do.
Yeah. And I'm not, you know, I realize this game was 12, 13 years ago.
Also, I'm noticing now as you're walking around
I don't think I ever asked you why.
How blocky your shadow is.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to be interested in that answer.
Oh yeah, that's part of the jank here. Even for the time, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, subsurface scattering wasn't really a thing in 2010.
Hello,
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a newer thing,
Smirnov.
especially with games that have
Hey,
real-time
Danny.
rendering.
Do you mind, comrade? I'm busy trying to keep Emmett from letting you lead him into the biggest mistake of his life.
Mistake? My biggest mistake was
This'll only take a minute.
our plant recorder.
It's not a good idea to steal police property, you know.
It's an obvious
Listen,
plan.
You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them.
Edna? You're the arsonist?
Detective Parker, surely you're not going to believe this crudely manufactured forgery of a recording.
I'm not sure what to believe, ma'am. But based on this crudely manufactured forgery, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to come down to the station to answer a few questions about your whereabouts on the night of the speakeasy fires.
Emmett?
You're on your own, darling.
Oh, very well. Heavens, what's that?
You know,
They just love
I
doing
should
that in
really
this series.
stop falling for that.
Not to sound callous, but does this mean I can demonstrate my invention?
Let's take that as a yes.
Greetings and salutations to all our honored guests. I am Techne, Muse of Progress, and it is my pleasant task once again to highlight one of the great minds who was hard at work building a better tomorrow.
I think that's me. I'm next on the roster.
But are you ready?
No, I don't have a choice. Did you bring the static accumulator?
Oh, right. Here you go.
Just in my pants here.
Come on, let's get up there.
Not charged, unfortunately.
And who knows?
I've got a static accumulator in my pants too.
Oh,
sorry, a little Stoker moment there.
Could it be the very thing he's brought to share with us today?
It's not quite the same when I turned it.
That ought to do it.
Oh well.
Are the block bearings all in the raised position?
Block bearings. Raised position. Check.
Then it looks like all systems
Wait,
are go.
block bearings?
Wish me
You can't
luck.
use blocks as bearings.
Don't have to.
Sure you can. You just gotta grease them up enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Emmett Brown!
Objection, Your Honor! I hereby demand that the scientific demonstration of one Emmett Lathrop Brown be terminated and forfeit by reason of insanity. I declare him to be in contempt of me, his father. Where is he? Hand him over this instant! The longer you hold out, the harder it's going to be for you. You don't think you can shelter him?
Come on, Mr. Judge, sir. You're kind of making a scene here.
Wrong. I am stopping my son from making a scene here.
Don't antagonize him.
Well, if you're not going to say anything...
So he is up there with you.
Thanks a lot.
Son, I order you to come down from there this second.
Emmett.
I'm not talking to him.
No,
There's no
the Sam
point.
and Max games were even older than this, I think. But didn't they look a bit better? I mean, it was toonier to begin with.
True.
Yeah, I think
It was about
more
the
of-
same sort of thing, but the later ones had a bit nicer shaders.
Yeah.
So, what's your plan?
I just stand here like this indefinitely. After a few centuries, the process of petrification will set in, and that'll be that.
Okay, that is a plan. Just go deal with them. What have you got to lose?
That's what they said to Custer.
Maybe he'll give you a fair chance to explain yourself. He is a judge, after all.
Yes, a judge who's already passed sentence. He won't listen to me. He never has.
I'll be right back.
Fear! I want to speak to my son.
Emmett's not ready to talk to you directly.
God. I suppose you're his mouthpiece.
I guess so, yeah. If I can say so, sir, the problem is you're coming on too strong. You intimidate him.
I don't intimidate him enough. That's the problem.
He says it's no use talking to you. You never listen?
That only shows how pig-headed he is. Of course I'll listen. If he can justify his craziness, I'll be only too happy to indulge it.
Stay right there.
I'm not going anywhere. I counting to 4.
Emmett.
I'm not talking to him. There's no point.
You heard him. He said he'll listen to you.
Well...
At least give it a shot.
Father?
Son?
You've never understood the first thing about me. All you want to do is step on me, squelch my natural instincts. You don't know what it's like to be young. You don't know what it's like to have dreams, to have ambitions so great and so powerful that they've got a life of their own. And it's all you can do to hang on for dear life while they gallop on where they must. This is America, Pop. And in America, a person doesn't have to do what his father did. Isn't that why you came to America?
Right.
To live where there wouldn't be so
Where-
many rules?
They also said instincts
Well, we
at one
talked.
point.
Are you happy?
Please,
boy.
you gotta get out of Emmett's way.
I have yet to hear a compelling or even coherent reason why.
See, Your Honor, it's just that this demo is so important to Emmett.
A childish kerfuffle. He'll forget all about it in 2 weeks' time.
That's what I'm afraid of. Emmett's just...
Stubborn, willful, single-minded, incorrigible, and obsessed.
Okay, but if you look at it from the right angle, those traits are kinda... good.
That may be your angle, Sonny, but I'm not so sure it's the right one.
I was gonna say, yes, he is all those things.
Mistake.
He's
Those
your
are
son.
traits that lead to trouble. He gets them from his mother.
Look, Your Honor, you don't see it, but there's an awful lot riding on Emmett's demonstration.
All the more reason why I've got to put a stop to it. Look me in the eyes, young man. I expect you know my son
Yes,
pretty
Silver
well
Shields.
by
We
now.
know Edna is
Do you
the
seriously
speakeasy
think
arsonist.
His exhibition is going to be a success.
The officer is currently chasing her down, presumably off screen.
Sure, sure it will.
Ha! You know as well as I how it'll end. Disaster!
Maybe, and maybe not, but even if it does, I mean, isn't Emmett entitled to make a few mistakes?
Emmett has exceeded his quota for one lifetime. It's my job as his father to see to it there are no more mistakes.
Emmett's just trying to make a name for himself. Maybe things were different when you were a kid, but nowadays you gotta take chances.
What do you know about taking chances? Try moving to a strange country where you don't speak the language with only $2 to your name.
You?
You bet your socks, me! And I made out all right, too.
How'd your dad feel about it at the time?
Papa? He was fit to be tied. He called me a disobedient little...
So your father didn't approve of you coming to America?
Well, Papa never
was
really
around
understood
identity.
the younger generation. He came around a bit in the end, but by then it was too late to. Tell him I'll listen to him. I want to listen to him. If he wants to talk.
Emmett,
Generational
Play
problems.
peacemaker again,
Yeah,
Pollyanna?
fate is an analogy for generational trauma.
I really think he means it this time.
He won't listen to me.
He says you get your stubbornness from your mother.
Well, that's the limit. He's not satisfied with insulting me. He's got to drag my mother through the dirt, too. Mother isn't at all like me. She's gentle and sweet and endlessly patient. If anything, I'm more like... Oh, skip it.
You were starting to say that you're like...
Skip it.
Can it be that you and your dad?
No, next subject.
Emmett, stop being a dope. You've got your pride, okay, I get it. And so does he, but what's the harm in trying to make peace with the guy? He's your family, and family's important. Sometimes it's, well, even more important than we realize.
May I come up?
This is the way of family.
So, you think my new invention is a disaster waiting to happen?
Yes, I do. And I'm here to say, if any son of mine is going to make of himself a public disaster, I insist on being there to support him.
Pop! You're gonna change your tune once you see this baby go airborne. You see, the force field generated by the static accumulator. Marty, give Trixie the signal. We're ready for liftoff.
Oh, good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for bearing with us through that unavoidable delay. And now the Hill Valley Expo is pleased as punch to present Mr. Emmett Brown and his electrokinetic levitator.
Yeah, I like how the textures make it that metal look so jagged on the edges.
Look at that! He's flying! Emmett is flying!
Tiny typo there.
Not going to be flying for long, I'm guessing. Yeah, there it goes.
Hopefully didn't land on anyone.
Hey, stop! Get back here!
Yeah, everyone can fly, but what about landing safely and unexploded?
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not the DeLorean. That's not good.
Okay.
No.
I thought I could change her. Things could be different.
Forget about it. Come on. We gotta find a way to stop her before...
No, don't come any closer.
Doc!
Go away!
But...
Move! Marty!
It's fine. It's gonna disappear anyway.
Oh my god! Doc! Say something.
So is he double dead or something?
Chromium, lithium, potassium, iridium, titanium, ruthenium,
Okay, I'll get help.
newspaper.
What? You mean... Gonna get you to a hospital, Doc. You're gonna be okay.
I don't think the hospital can cure time displacement.
Yes. Oh, I think I am going to be okay, Marty.
No, come on, Doc. Doc, don't do this. Don't go. No! Doc,
Luckily he died before
Come
he could
back.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like screams, not adulations.
Doc?
He's got the doc hair.
Marty, have you been out here the whole time?
Crazy hair means you're a scientist.
The whole time, but
Is it over already?
Oh, it's over all right. You missed a very wild party. I'm afraid I've been banned from the expo for the next 50 years. And if I were you, I wouldn't go back in either. At least not until all the broken glass is swept up. Oh, what was I thinking? Naturally,
I mean, I'm
the
sure he
ionic
impressed a
field
lot of
generated
people,
by an
but
electromagnet of that size will play havoc with a merely mechanical steering mechanism. We need a much more advanced control system. I wonder if we could find a way to translate the body's own gravitational field into electrokinetic force. One might be able to direct the ionic current simply by shifting one's weight. Oh, great Scott, that's it!
And you're not discouraged?
Discouraged?
simply by
what?
shifting one's
You
weight.
mean
Is he
what
talking
happened
about the
in there?
hoverboard?
Oh, that was a learning experience.
Maybe.
The way I see it, it's those little mistakes along the way that advance us along the pathway of knowledge. Come on, there's no time to lose. Let's get back to the lab and... I'm sorry, is something wrong?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost somebody.
Oh, how sad. Anyone I know?
No, nobody here knew him. He was a complete stranger to this world.
I know the feeling. Sounds like a man after my own heart. Then it is someone I know.
Yeah, no, forget it. It's got nothing to do with you. What?
You're a complete mystery to me, Marty. Where you come from, what you're doing here. But there's one thing I do know. Whatever it is, it does have something to do with me.
Please, Emmett, don't ask any...
What's this? Come on, let me see. I deserve an explanation.
Okay, here goes.
What's that?
An explanation. But you've got to promise me. Don't look at it until you get the key to the city.
Huh?
Emmett!
Just promise.
Emmett! Where are you, my son?
I'll be right there, Pop. Key to the city? I don't understand.
And you can understand. Not for a long time. It would do irreparable damage to something. Just say you promise.
Okay, I promise.
Oh, Orpheus.
Wait,
Oh, Orpheus,
I will
why
see
did you look?
again, right?
I guarantee it.
Hey, he said this thing.
Isn't this the same guy who opened a letter he wasn't supposed to in the first movie?
Yeah.
Wait, didn't Edna have it?
But presumably she didn't know how to set up the time circuits.
Hey, it worked.
So, you were the same Marty. Funny how memory can play tricks on a person. I remembered you being much taller.
How was the ceremony?
Long. You've got a theatrical way of sending messages.
Only way I could do it without messing up your timeline.
Very clever. But what are you doing in 1931?
So what's happened now? What's the current series of events?
I came to rescue
Yeah, Doc
you.
is a lauded scientist instead of just some backyard weirdo.
You, but then
how's that going to
teenage
change
you got
things?
mixed up in it. See, you were in jail and...
I'd bet he looked at the newspaper
Never mind,
immediately.
It's better I don't know. Let's just get back to 1986. That is, unless your presence has caused any other time anomalies.
It'll be
Me?
fine.
Nah, no. Well, I'm still a little confused about my... Where is he? Where's that no-good son of mine? He's not worthy of the McFly name. You see my Artie anywhere? Artie McFly? That's the one. Just got a call from Melvin at the city records office. He tells me the dad blamed fool's gone and got himself hitched to a Canadian floozy. Can you believe it? Hitched? Married. I swear, that boy's gonna put his papa in an early grave. So
Who's
that's
that
how
guy?
she got her job back.
Yeah, that's also the character that's...
Ah, he's married the wrong grandma. I mean, Trixie's not my grandma. And if she's not my grandma, I'm not me. Wait, that was great-grandpa Willie. I met him when he was a baby. He peed on me. Holy crap, Doc, I'm gonna disappear again.
Calm down, Marty. You seem reasonably solid right now. Whatever the problem is, I'm sure we can undo it with the help of...
Car!
Oh, great.
How the hell did she get back here?
She?
You? You're not Edna. What's going on here? Is this some plot to put me in the nut house?
No, it's all very simple, Danny.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Tell me, did I or did I not just chase Edna Strickland off in this car?
Not this exact car, but a car just like it.
A car with a nasty habit of disappearing into thin air?
Well...
Wait, Edna Strickland just disappeared in the DeLorean?
If that's what you call it. It made a loud noise, and then wham! Nothing!
Great Scott! Marty, do you have any notion what date she might have jumped to?
None at all, Doc. See, that DeLorean's time circuits are out of whack. They could jump to any date at all.
Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Let's just hope she jumped into the future. The far future. If she's jumped into the past...
You think she might mess up the time stream? Wait a minute. This is Edna. Of course she would mess up the time stream.
Guys, you mind telling me what the hell you're...
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Maybe she's with the dinosaurs right now.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
Great, they ran out of the budget.
Doc? Did we just leave Hill Valley?
No, I believe Hill Valley just left us.
How?
Something must have happened to it. A long time ago.
She just undid human evolution.
See, this is part of why I think that
Well, now you two look at my lost. Hey.
the original
what
story
else
was
is that
supposed to be
thing?
split in different places
Oh,
because
it's
this is definitely an
experimental.
end of
I don't
episode
mind.
situation.
Look, maybe you can help us.
This is a cliffhanger.
We're looking for Hill Valley.
Well, which is it, a hill or a valley?
No, it's a town. It's a town called Hill Valley.
Hill Valley, a town? Say, I think I once heard that there was a town here a long time ago. Don't know much about it, though.
Just as I suspected.
When did Hill Valley go away?
Oh, heck, I don't know. That was all before I was born.
Then whatever it was must have happened at least 45 years ago.
Nobody much cares to settle around here nowadays. My dad tried to buy a farm. in
He
this
looks
area
very
years ago,
old for 45
got
years
run off
old.
by Scary Mary.
Scary Mary?
Well, that's what we all call her. Lives a couple miles from here. I make a monthly drop at her place. She's a fiend for news. Takes all the papers in the county, never throws one away.
Yes, Michael
Say, if
J.
there's
Fox
anybody
is
can tell you
playing
what
this
happened to Hill
character.
Valley. It's her.
Can you direct us to her?
It's imperative that we talk to her.
Sorry, fellas, but I'm pretty sure she won't talk to you.
Why wouldn't she talk to us?
The thing of it is, guys, Mary's older than dirt, but she's also a little tetched, if you catch my drift. She doesn't like strangers.
I'm sure we can handle her.
We'll be very polite. Please, we gotta see her.
Well, okay, if you insist. Take a right turn just after the bridge, then follow the wheel ruts till they come to an end. You'll have to go the last quarter mile on foot. Good luck, and don't say I didn't warn you. I got a notion I'll be kicking myself for sending you up there.
Well, let's see. Marty and Doc aren't disappearing, so they're alive somewhere. It's just the city that's disappeared.
Can I drive?
Mary Pickford.
That's some good signage.
Doc, it's a... I'm guessing this mop doesn't get much use.
Clay oven can make pizza.
It does look like a baking oven. Actually, it looks like what are those, like Turkish or Indian ones where you put the bread on the sidewall of the oven?
What, the tandoori?
Yeah.
Look!
Okay, fine.
Look!
Well, fine. What do you want? What is it, Doc?
What do you see?
This vehicle has sustained some serious damage.
Way to stay focused, Doc.
No kidding. Looks like it's been rotting here for at least 30 years.
Mary Pickford.
I like the beware of cat sign.
Step away from the cabin!
For intruding, madam. We were wondering if you could tell us...
I don't talk to hooligans!
On a very friendly sort.
Doc, That was Edna.
Edna Strickland? Impossible.
This is how she was when I first met her. I had to... Listen, just leave it to me.
Okay, you think you know how to handle her. Just remember, we need to know what happened to Hill Valley, and just as importantly, the precise time when it happened.
The top of a mop. I could flop it on a cop. I could swap it for a top. I think I'll stop.
What the hell?
Adventure game.
Just throw in some Dr. Seuss rhymes because you can.
Click on examine item, it's not doing anything. It
Oh,
makes
that's
my cursor disappear for a bit.
Sounds like that item can't be examined.
Nice of Trixie to give me these tickets. They're supposed to get me into all the big attractions.
Everything does not exist at all anymore.
Don't fade out on me, Dad. I'll be home soon. I hope. Edna's grandfather, Marshall Strickland. That's the same picture I saw in Edna's apartment, way back, in the future.
Said the thing.
Look!
This is also a very jank section.
Mm-hmm.
An old saloon sign. Cool. Too bad it's all burnt. It's an old saloon sign. Looks like it's been through a few bar fights.
This whole part feels a bit unnecessary, like they're trying to pad out playtime.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, Miss Strick.
Who are you?
Yakov Smirnov?
That's a foolish name, and I make it a rule not to talk to strangers with foolish names.
But we're not strangers.
How do I know you?
You tried to have me arrested once, a long time ago. Remember?
Listen, Sonny, I'm an easygoing woman, but I got a few rules I live by. And rule number 1 is, I never, ever talk about the past! Or the future, neither. I don't talk about any day but today.
I guess that didn't go so well.
Of course she doesn't talk about the past, because there's something in her past she's trying to forget. But we're gonna pry it out of her. Go ahead, knock on the door again.
What?
It's me again, your old friend.
How do I know you?
We spent the day together.
We did? Where?
At the expo.
That's crazy. I've been here all... What day is it?
Tuesday, October 13th, 1931.
October 13th, 1931. October 13th. Something funny about that date. Well, what are you here for?
I brought something for you.
What is it? Let me see.
I don't know.
I brought you this.
I ain't interested in flowers.
Wait till you hear.
And I especially ain't interested in talking flowers. Put them away.
You just show her the saloon sign she had.
I brought you this.
Already got one.
Ah, mop.
I brought you this.
Already got one.
We must have brought something Edna wants.
Don't look at me. I didn't bring anything but myself.
I brought you him.
Him. Ho him. Him ho.
Look hard. Don't tell me you don't recognize your own boyfriend.
My boyfriend?
Yeah, he's all grown up.
Come closer, fella.
Marty, what am I supposed to do?
Trust me, Doc. Just go with it.
It can't be. Emmett.
Yes, Edna. It's me.
It is. It's October 13th, 1931. Oh, and you are Emmett. Emmett. How did I get so turned around? Have I been dreaming or stay there?
It's a classic case of...
And then she comes back out the window and shoots him.
Once the mental dam is broken, the subject is
Hold
immediately
really still.
plunged into the midst of the very scenes she's trying to forget.
Darling, you've come back. Of course I knew you would. An intelligent boy like you wouldn't be one to throw away true love all because of a silly quarrel. I've already forgotten about last night's little tiff. I trust you've done the same?
Of course I have.
Of course I have. What?
Dear.
Schnookums.
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 You're sweet. But you're still keeping company with this Smirnoff character. I insist you drop him. He's a bad influence. And you've got to stop working on that dangerous electrokinetic... What's...
So she's just been living the same day for 60 years.
I suppose now you're miffed with me for forcing Detective Parker to close your booth down. Bitter medicine for you, I know,
Oof.
but I had to do it. And Parker had no choice but to obey my orders. He knows that my opinion carries a lot of weight in Hill Valley, and he'd never... Parker would never... Oh...
What is it?
I don't know. Something about Detective Parker. Something that happened to me on October 13th. What could it be?
Can you jog her memory? If we can keep her mind in the past, we may get the full story of Hill Valley's premature destruction.
Here's something that'll make you remember.
Remember what? I don't like to remember. Who are you? What are you doing in my yard, you hooligan?
No, Edna. No yarn.
What?
This is Emmett speaking. It's October 13th, 1931.
Yes.
And something's about to happen.
Oh yes, something big. But what?
Better not talk to her directly. It'll break the spell.
I hate to see it like this. I wonder what's cooking.
Burn down the toilet.
Oh, get out! Get out! Get out!
Don't upset her, Marty.
I guess this isn't the right time to be burning things.
Okay.
Yeah, she accidentally burned down the town, didn't she?
Could be.
Yeah, did she like go full on firebomber?
Mary Pickford.
And it's
Now,
just
where
like
would she
been in a
pick up a fake name
catatonic
like that?
psychotic state since.
Help me out here, Danny.
Don't talk to him. I won't have you spreading stories about me.
You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them.
No! Turn it off, you imbecile! If Parker hears that, he'll... Officer, I can explain. It was a trick. I was framed. Oh! He's after me!
She also killed him, didn't she?
He'll never catch me in this souped-up car of the future. Curses! I can't shake him. Well, no use in holding back now. Let's see what this baby can do. And here it comes!
Yes?
Here what comes?
I don't know. Something really unexpected is supposed to happen right about now, but I'm not sure what. Oh, come to think of it, how can I be expecting something unexpected? What's going on?
Quick, Marty. We've got to find a way to push the story along before she snaps out of her reverie.
She may be a little crazy.
Well, he says.
Right, she's standing over there.
Upset her, Marty.
I guess this isn't the right time to be burning things.
She's sitting there, something unexpected happens,
Here they come! The lights! I'm being transported!
Where?
Back! Back! To the past!
she said the thing.
Hill Valley! But it's all different. It's so small and primitive. Heavens! Can it be? It is!
Is what?
Grandfather! Big as life!
Marshal James Strickland came to Hill Valley in 1869, shot by...
I know, Doc. We met him in 1885. Remember?
No! I must be mistaken. Grandfather didn't look like that. That man is an imposter! I'm not even sure it is a man! This is all very confusing. Where am I? Why am I thinking about the past? Get off my lawn, you kids!
Better find a way to bring back Marshal Strickland quick. We've got to bring this story to a climax.
Edna's grandfather, Marshal Strickland. That's the same picture I saw in Edna's apartment, way back, in the future.
Hey, she put her hat down.
This hat doesn't frame her face very well.
Also the mop for hair, maybe.
Nice fit. Looks like a Strickland to me.
Like my little brother, perhaps, but not like my grandfather. Grandfather was much more shaggy.
Zoinks!
Like zoinks, Marty!
Oh, grandfather!
God, why wasn't
well
that
you
one of the crossovers that
How well
Scooby-Doo did?
everything looks.
How does everything look?
How do you get Kiss and John Cena,
It's a
but
bit
not
rustic, to be
Back to
sure,
the Future?
But all the buildings are so sturdy and well kept, and the young people of Hill Valley, they're so virtuous and upright. So unlike the degenerate specimens from the 20th century, and I know the reason why.
Why?
They haven't yet fallen prey to the vices of booze and debauchery. They are still in a state of innocence. I think I could learn to like living here. But who's this?
Who?
This big lout swaggering up the street, lips curled in an insolent sneer. He's a newcomer to Hill Valley. Beauregard. Beauregard...
Tannen.
Yes!
Good guess.
Look at him, acting like a big shot, throwing his money around. Stolen
Chance
money,
to
no
be a-
doubt. Why can't they see through him? The two-bit phony! And now his plan becomes clear. He's bought a plot of land in town. He's going to put up a
what?
I don't know. It's something I don't like. Something evil.
This is the key to our mystery. We've got to get her memory back.
So the moral of this series was, prohibitionism is bad.
I mean, everybody already knew that.
Talk about a watering hole.
A saloon? In Hill Valley? Oh, he can't do that! Grandpa, you can't let him do it! You can't let that snake ruin paradise! Well, if they're all too blind to stop him, I'll just have to take the law into my own hands. I'll make sure this sinful establishment never opens its doors. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something. Something very conclusive.
Okay, and now it's time to be conclusive.
Burn it down, burn it down, burn it down! Fire, fire! Let the fires of Solomon cleanse your sins!
You're doing it all wrong. It'll never burn like that. First, we'll need some kerosene. Apply it liberally to the building site. No sense in being parsimonious. And now, watch.
Someone as crazy as this can be performing arson and use words like parsimonious.
Beautiful. The devil's handiwork consumed by the fires of righteousness. Burn, you sucker, burn!
She was never this passionate when we were dating.
Oh.
What is it then? Is it the fire?
Turn away! Don't look!
It's not staying in the saloons. It's spreading to the other buildings in Hill Valley.
My intentions were pure. It wasn't supposed to happen like this.
But it did happen like this. And you've been repressing it all these years because you can't stand to admit that you're...
A hooligan! I'm a hooligan!
But I lay it on too thick.
Here's the story. Black and white and red all over.
Huh. Hill Valley destroyed by fire. Started approximately 2 a.m., July 17th, 1876.
Of course, I'm not the real criminal in this story, am I, Mr. Sagan? You set me up for a fall. You and Smirnoff. You made me steal your infernal car. You made me burn down Hill Valley. And now, by the powers invested in me by the town of Hill Valley, I hereby sentence you two criminals to...
Hey!
You! How much have you heard?
Enough for a month's worth of headlines in a Hayesville Herald. 2 months worth if you shoot those fellas.
I could shoot you too, you know.
But you won't, because that would be against the law. And you never break the law, right?
Arson's against the law, too.
This is your cue to skedaddle. Right.
Much obliged. There's Beauregard Tannen's half-finished saloon. Sometime during the next
Do you
hour,
think Fox had a writer that he had to have a heroic moment in the game?
Maybe.
I wonder where her DeLorean is.
You'll find it later. Right now,
It's like, I don't care what kind of character I had. You just gotta make me a hero.
Got it.
And so they added in that scene.
I'm okay with that.
I think I liked it better on the outhouse door.
Rick, did Jenna change again?
Get too close.
Wait, did she?
No, not recently.
No. I mean, not recently, but also she's changed, like, what, 3 or 4 times? So
Yeah.
it might have just been chat saw her the last time she had changed.
I'd better not get too close.
Did she get a bigger charge?
I'd better not get too close. Nah.
Oh, you don't want to smash him on the head with the flower pot? No.
Smashy, smashy.
I think I...
Does not get too close, and then he just goes to the other side of him anyway, so. You can definitely tell this chapter was rushed a lot by the end.
Yeah.
Who's there?
Edna, stop. It's just me.
Mr. Sagan, what are you doing here?
I was gonna ask you the same question, Miss Pickford.
Isn't it obvious? I'm putting an end to your den of iniquity before it starts.
I don't think so, Mary. I don't like shooting women, but no one comes between Beauregard B. Tannen and his livelihood.
Tannen, stop! If you shoot her, she'll drop the torch, and this whole place will burn up. Edna, stop! If you drop that torch, he'll shoot us.
Looks like we're at something of a standoff here, Mr. Tannen.
I don't see a way out unless somebody manages to disarm both of you at the same time.
How the hell am I supposed to do that?
Was that a mouse?
What's the matter, Miss Pickford? Scared of a little mouse?
No, but you should be scared. Mice carry diseases. It's a fact. Look it up.
Dolores Miskin? Maybe I could jump him.
Nah. You just sneak all the way out here and leave. Leave entirely.
100 years.
Just go see what's going on in town.
Man, this thing is not light.
Why is there a space behind set up like a theater backstage?
Good question.
It's right over his head, but I can't knock him out while Edna's still holding that torch.
Say, that's a lovely...
You know, it's not a theater backstage.
Well, there's a sandbag over Tannen's head. I wonder if I can get something over Edna's torch.
guess. Pickle barrel.
Pickle juice. That ought to be handy for putting out torches. It's too
And
heavy
now we
to
can make
lift.
Chick-fil-A.
Are you here to haul me back to 1931 for my supposed crime?
Man, this thing is not light.
I guess this is attached to and over there.
Not quite.
Let's get some weight off of it. I don't know.
I wonder what's in these. Oh, stop! Quiet! God.
What the hell? Oh, cow crap. There goes all my pickled pig's feet.
Going down.
Looks like your torch is getting a little dim there, Miss Pickford.
It's still hot enough to bring down this little bit of Gomorrah, Tannen.
How long has Marty even been wearing that suit?
All right, physics.
70 years.
2 days?
Yeah, 2 days.
2.5 days?
Take the ladder back up.
It's honestly not that crazy.
Okay, the barrel of pickles is up. How do I get over to it if I'm not allowed to walk on top of the bar? Put this path right here.
What kind of odds would you give me that I can disarm you and douse the young lady?
Can you pull the ladder and walk across with it?
Maybe. Don't think so, since you can only, like, click on objects, not do specific things with them.
And there's not a full verb system.
Oh, maybe you can take the loose floorboard?
The loose floorboard is just some sort of weird, precarious mechanism right here.
Mary Pickford?
Don't tell me that you're not traveling through time under a pseudonym, Mr. Carl Sagan.
Quit yammering, you two.
The chair?
Nothing worse than a chatty standoff.
Can't select the chair.
I can't reach it. And even if I could knock it down, Edna'd be free to torch the place. Well, there's a sandbag over Tannen's head. I wonder if I can get something over Edna's torch.
You can tell they ran out of budget here.
I don't think this is a budget thing. I think this is just a weirdly designed puzzle.
And they ran out of time more than they did budget. Since they had like a very fixed schedule for all the episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be it more than anything.
Why are you so hellfire determined to meddle in my affairs, woman? You've been a burr in my behind for over a month now.
You're the source of the hellfire around here, Tannen.
It said beehive, but it read butt.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
It's just very silly.
Chat, you saw that, right?
No, I didn't
What
see
noise?
that. But
I didn't
I'm
hear
talking
a
about
noise.
the mechanic that just happened. You pull on the rope and it somehow moves into place. Now we pull the pinball lever right here. It just happens to be in place. Yes, this makes sense.
Okay, that was lucky.
This is just a Rube Goldberg.
We'll just see.
Don't be silly, Frederick. Rube Goldberg hadn't been invented yet.
You know, the man, Rube Goldberg. He
Yeah,
had not been
say.
invented.
Cowboys never look up, so...
Maybe
God,
we
cowboys
can
are
come to a
gamers.
more peaceable solution.
The ammo's in place. Now to pull the trigger.
How?
Why don't they just permanently mangle the timeline at the end of the game? Like, well, oh well.
Yeah, they just do one particular thing, and they're like, all right, we solved everything. And then both Marty and Doc start phasing out, and they're like, fuck.
Darn it.
Can't do anything with this anymore.
Not sure why I did that.
I don't know.
I don't know, you're the adventure game protagonist. You tell us why you did it.
So something I didn't know is Telltale was spun out of
The ammo's in
LucasArts.
place. Now to pull the trigger.
And I can kind of
Sandbags
feel,
right
you
over
know,
Tannen's head.
I can kind of feel some of the
Hang
same
in there, Doc.
DNA in these games. There's something about the pacing and the way they tell stories.
Was the painting anything? It was selectable.
Pickle juice will put the torch out for sure. Now to tip the barrel over. The ammo's in
Oh,
place.
the old covering the lady in pickle juice trick.
Got any last words?
I'll see you in hell, Tannen.
You first, lady.
Come on, you son of a...
What the frog?
The frog, huh?
The hell are you?
I'm the diversion, butthead.
Did she say
Nice
frog?
one, Doc.
Don't tell Clara.
She said
thinks
frog.
She
this
said what the
cuts a bad
caption said.
example for the
Yeah.
boys. Now, where's Edna?
Doc, she's gone. Edna's
Come
DeLorean.
on.
We gotta stop her before she hits 88 miles per hour. Come on!
Nothing to be worried about. You're a smart woman with a strong moral compass. You just need to think your way out of it. Oh, fudge!
What's she doing?
I think she's spouting euphemisms at us. Luckily, the road out of Hill Valley is still pretty rough in 1875. It's unlikely she'll manage to accelerate to 88 miles an hour anytime soon.
How are we gonna stop her?
Good question. We can't risk injuring her or damaging the vehicle for fear of altering the timeline even further. Luckily, those diagnostic lights my alternate self put all over her DeLorean have given me an idea. Here, take these.
What are these?
Flux synchronization modules.
How do they work?
I generally use them for maintenance purposes, but we might be able to use them to sync up with the alternate DeLorean's diagnostic modules, thus making it possible to win both sets of times for you.
I guess the music's so much louder than the dialogue.
Oh.
And override the time destination of the alternate DeLorean. At least that's the theory, anyway.
That's a great plan, I think.
Best of all, we won't need to weld the modules to the frame. We'll just snap them over the diagnostic lights.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to go out there? How the heck am I supposed to do that?
Good question. Let me think. Aha!
A hoverboard!
It saved our hides a few times before, so it seemed like the appropriate tool to bring along for the
How
job.
how much do they have to pay to get that Mattel sticker?
Sometimes I wonder if it comes along with a license.
You okay?
It's just like riding a bike.
No, I really doubt that Mattel would have given her perpetuitous license like that.
Ready, Doc?
1, 2, 3, jump!
Whoa!
Nice form, buddy. How's the reception on the wireless?
Great. Where'd you get these?
prefers cache of 21st century video game consoles. Now remember, all you've got to do is attach the flushing modules to those diagnostic lights.
Will do, Doc. Is this the starboard flux emitter?
Yes, now plug in the flux sink.
All right.
I know this is supposed to be like climactic and suspenseful, but it's just for like.
I'll try,
Alright.
but it's getting a little bumpy out here.
Yeah, we're doing the thing.
We're doing the thing.
And we're doing the thing. And we're sitting here and we're doing the thing.
The thing.
The thing.
The thing.
The random mini game that doesn't really fit the
There was probably a meeting where they're like, okay, we've got 2 weeks left. What can we do with that? And one guy, you know,
putting in a random mini game is more something that they did with The Walking Dead.
Hey, that's one flux sink.
You know,
Yeah.
what's with how a lot of point-and-click games end exactly like this?
I'm not completely against having mini games in these. It's just very weird it's happening now.
Yeah.
Mr. Fusion, should I disable it?
I would very much hope you're not, or else we're gonna have some weird conversations over the next bit.
Get off!
I don't think so. Maybe if I knock Mr. Fusion off?
She sure is taking a lot of time to hit 88 miles per hour.
She can't hit any 88 miles per hour, that's what they're saying. The roads are too rough.
What if I just go around the front of the car?
Oh, missed that. Good thing old cars are crappy.
Well, it's that the old roads are crappy. They're in 1876 or whatever. Like they're rough-hewn dirt roads.
Knock open Mr. Fusion anyway.
Mr. Fusion's belching flames!
Yes, that's unfortunate. I'd stay out of them if I were you.
The fusion flames.
Fine, they're only as hot as the surface of the sun.
Nice work, Marty.
MBD.
A fruit flavored Mr. Fusion, though I said it, okay?
It's locked!
Yeah, you did. Not sure why, but you did.
Everyone was expecting it.
Everyone
was expecting it, Miller.
Alright. You say so.
It's locked! Is that one of the flux emitters?
Yes, now plug in the flux sink.
So how much radiation did they get from Mr. Fusion opening?
Sorry, like a back
can't
low high
reach it from
voice
here.
on days that end in.
Does it want me to
X.
knock down Mr. Fusion so that I can actually reach it from the back? That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Not a great idea.
It's okay. Doc will invent a cancer
Can't
cure.
reach it from here!
I just have to climb onto the top.
I don't know if biomedicine was one of his specialties, but
Marty!
I'm okay. Mr. Fusion!
Why didn't my mind hear him say, Mr. Fusion? And I half expected to hear a voice go, yes, Marty?
It's like opens like a Muppet mouth, like, yeah, what do you want?
How can I help
Careful,
you?
Marty.
Don't worry, I got it. Maybe if I knock Mr. Fusion off?
Don't chance it, Marty. I don't think...
Feed me, Simon.
That'd be amazing.
I want your trash. Put your trash in my body now. Do it, or I'll kill you.
Made it.
Oh, and she didn't see us this time. Okay.
I can also consume flesh.
She's been making it easy up till now?
Animal? Human? Doesn't matter. I'll consume it all.
Here goes nothing, Doc. Whoa.
Perfect. Now, aim the focusing towards the receiving dish on my DeLorean.
Receiving dish. Check.
Gotta make sure you got the good perception.
We're almost home, Marty. Just one front seat left.
Get off my car, you hooligan!
Car? Are you crazy?
Just cray.
Yo, that bitch is cray.
It's locked.
Careful, Marty.
Don't worry, I got it.
They should have made this like full throttle where if you take too long, it explodes and you die.
Yes, that sounds like a fun and engaging game mechanic.
Better than the Wiimote aiming beams.
Mr. Fusion.
They probably had something much cooler planned, but it was crunch time.
You can definitely see how it feels like they intended for the trip to 1875 to be its own whole thing instead of the last half of this episode.
Yeah.
It's one of the flux emitters.
I can't get onto the front bumper yet.
I can't talk to her from here. It's locked. Maybe not. Not sure what that'll do. Not sure what that'll do. Not sure.
You'll do what I want you to do.
We could have been playing the Homestar Runner game instead of this.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad. Don't poo it like that.
One in? Fine!
It's got nostalgic now.
Marty! Are you all right?
Jeez.
Not really. I can't reach it while the window's shut.
So you have a point. Although the thing is,
What?
I'm not sure.
No!
I'm not sure.
I'm
Like,
also a little surprised that Rick didn't choose Homestar Runner by default.
Now that you're on top of the DeLorean, you can attach the flux thing to the overhead.
I played that one more recently.
Great, Doc.
I'm not sure. Like, super hard science time travel would be that interesting, to be honest. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe something like
Nice.
but I feel like you have to add a little bit of magic to it and forgive.
Well,
you know,
futuristic or like scientifically accurate time travel also just doesn't work.
Right.
Because you can't travel into the past.
Right.
You cannot take a time machine to a point before it existed.
But at the same time, it sure feels like the entire theme of Primer was kind of dull.
you know, I wanted to like that one. I really did. I thought the concept was fascinating, but.
Now what?
Now we take control of Edna's DeLorean with the flux synchronizers, and that's strange.
What?
According to these readings, the temporal cohesion of Edna's DeLorean is decaying at an alarming rate.
English, Doc.
We've got to get Edna home, now! Hold on!
Oh, she's dead. Yeah.
That's for the best.
Parker? Then I must be back in... Would you be kind enough to tell me what day it is?
It's the day I place you under arrest for arson, resisting arrest, and being a general all-round pain in the ass.
No! You can't arrest me. Not now. I just got back from the last century.
Would you look at
So
that?
wait, was that the old DeLorean or the newer
Drunk as
one?
a skunk.
I'm not drunk, you reprobate. I'm a time traveler.
Sure you are. Oh, I'm loving this.
I'll prove it to you. Come with me. We can do the whole day over if you want. We can fix everything.
We can start by drying you out. Come on, into the station with you.
Because wouldn't running it into a wall cause a
I'd
time
rather die.
paradox? Depending.
Unhand me, you dolt.
I don't even think in the 1930s they had
Well,
co-ed
I guess that's it for
anymore.
Edna.
Yes, I suppose it is. You know, whoever said time heals all wounds didn't know squat about time travel.
What do we do about that, DeLorean?
No need to do a thing. Ever since we synced up the time circuits, the temporal breakdown in Edna's DeLorean has accelerated at an exponential rate. By my calculations, the timeline should catch up with it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now!
What the hell? Hey, Parker, you're not gonna believe this.
See? What did I say? Ready to go home?
Wait, Doc. The timeline's not fixed yet. Look.
Sonny, you missed all the fireworks at the expo.
Yeah, so I heard. Listen, I heard a rumor about you two.
I guess we gotta come clean.
The time travel rules are definitely looser in this game.
Last night.
Try to keep a secret in Hill Valley.
Well, you gonna congratulate us or what?
And it's true. My grandpa's married the wrong grandma. I'm done for.
Hey, you feeling all right, kid? You don't look so hot.
Trixie, you can't marry Artie.
Is this about my past with Kid? 'Cause Artie ain't holding that against me.
That's right, darling. The past is the past.
Yeah, but this just isn't right.
Now, I know marrying a Canadian for a work permit isn't strictly by the book, but hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love.
Isn't he just the sweetest?
Can you see through me?
Nope, Never could figure you out. I thought you'd be thrilled for us.
You don't understand. You're supposed to marry Sylvia Miskin.
But I did marry Sylvia Miskin.
What?
You didn't think my real name was Trixie Trotter, did ya?
Don't feel too bad. It was kind of a surprise to me, too.
Wait a minute, you're Grandma Sylvie?
Grandma? Hey, how old do you
Plot
think
twist.
I am, kiddo?
But you're so skinny and blonde.
Plot twist and more just Marty McFly's kind of being stupid.
Oh my god. I've seen you naked. You're Sylvia?
You okay, pal?
Yeah, I'm fine. Great. You kids go off and have yourself a wonderful honeymoon. And don't worry about your dad, Artie. I'm sure he'll come around.
Come around to what?
To approving your marriage. You seem kind of mad about it back at the high school.
Well, that was before I got a look at her. Besides, as my dear old father Seamus used to say, no sense in getting riled up over something I can't do nothing about. And honestly, now that I met her, I can't imagine a better daughter-in-law than the charming Miss Sylvie here.
Aw, thank you, Dad.
As for you, stranger, I'll thank you to not go poking your nose in McFly family business.
It's been a pleasure, Agent Crockett.
See you in the funny paper, Sonny.
Goodbye, Grandma.
You know, I took some pictures of Trixie in 1931.
Hey, that's my grandma you're talking about.
Here we are, back in good old 1986.
May 14th?
15th. Best to build in a little lag time. Gives you a chance to catch up.
Looks like the estate sale is still going on. Hey, don't you want to stay, Doc? You gotta stop the bank from selling off all your old stuff.
What are you talking about? Estate sale? Bank? I'm not dead, Marty. Clara and I are having a little garage sale, that's all.
Garage sale? You mean...
Marty, you're back from your trip. Hello, Doc. Selling off the family treasures, eh?
Not quite, but I hope you find something you like.
Speaking of which, did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah, I sure did.
Great. Hey, is that a box of Asimov?
Let me get this straight. Are you telling me you live here now? In 1986?
Well, naturally. Claire and I maintain a part-time residence here. Wasn't that the case when you left?
No.
Strange. I can't imagine not sticking around. After all, I've got my late father's foundation to supervise. If I wasn't here, who'd present the annual Earhart Brown Scholarship for Young Scientists? Something funny?
I'll explain it to you later.
I don't see what's so funny.
We'll have
about
plenty
the
of time.
family legacy. Oh, almost forgot. I got something for you. Happy graduation.
Graduation? But that's not for another... The McFlys of Hill Valley.
An exhaustively detailed history of your family, from your great-great-grandfather Seamus to the present.
You traveled through time to write this?
Well, most of the research was done traditionally, but your grandma Sylvia proved to be something of a mystery.
Which is why you traveled back to 1931, to look for her.
Exactly. Who knew she was singing in a speakeasy under a stage name?
This is great, Doc. Thanks.
It's the least I could do for the man who saved me from making the worst mistake of my life.
Yoo-hoo! Dr. Brown!
Edna?
Einie!
What's going on? What are you doing with my
I completely forgot about
The
Einstein.
same thing I do every afternoon, silly man.
Silly
Giving
man,
him
silly
such
man.
much-needed
It's a thing.
exercise. Isn't that right, Einstein?
Hey, Dollface, it's past time for our 3:30.
Coming, sweetie. Oh, Mr. McFly, have you seen my stepson anywhere?
Oh, Biff. I think you're late for an appointment.
Oh, gosh. You're right, Mr. McFly. Hi, Marty.
don't they make a great little family? You'd never know they met in prison.
It's probably fine.
Don't say anything. Let's just walk quietly into the lab and hope there are no more surprises.
It's probably fine.
Probably.
Sure.
Oh no, surprises.
Doc!
Marty! What are you doing here?
You gotta come with me! Back to the future!
Marty, you can't be here. If your younger self sees you, the consequences could be catastrophic.
I think he already
younger
saw.
Oh, right! Bring him along too! This concerns all of us!
What do you mean? Does something happen to us?
Do we turn into assholes or something?
Nah, we're fine. But our great-great-grandkids?
What the hell?
Great Scott!
Doc, you gotta come back with me. Don't listen to him, Doc. It's me you gotta help. If you want to save Jennifer and our 12 kids. What? That timeline was overwritten 5 jumps back.
Doc,
Jennifer's out of
how
the
can there be two more of me here?
I have no idea. My own rights of space-time continuum should be tearing apart like a cheap dish rag right now.
It already is. What my evil twin and I are trying to say is the future is totally jacked up, and you gotta come with me to save it. No, me! So, we meet at last. You've altered my timeline once too often.
What's going on, Doc?
Well, we do seem to have a conundrum on our hands. Or 3.
Yeah, Doc, but which one is the real me?
We should have ended the movies like
Isn't
this.
it obvious, Marty? Come on.
Prepare to be erased. Doc, wait! What about the space-time continuum? Yeah, what about my future? And mine?
The future can wait. We've got a present to catch up with.
Where to, Doc?
Mr. McFly, thrill me.
All right then.
Guys, that is procrastinating.
Sadly, we cannot sit here and listen to the music.
Unfortunately.
But yes, that is very funny.
Wow.
That is
That's
definitely
probably
a way to end.
Yeah, just throw all the rules to the window and say, haha, fuck it.
Well, I think I've worked out all my 80s nostalgia.
Good. I hope it never bites you again. For all of our sakes.
Oh, just you wait, Miller. Just you wait. It's going to be like the 2040s or something, and you're going to be talking about the 2000s, and you know.
Already talking about the 2000s. I'm already like, oh, I remember the days of SA2 and Thousand Year Door. Oh, those early GameCube games, they were so good.
Oh, God. Well,
I remember watching Drake and Josh on TV. Why is TV not good anymore?
If I ever play SA2, I'm definitely going to drag
Everybody
you
your
along.
age is crazy about Drake and Josh. I don't get it.
It was just a good show, I guess.
It was
I don't
just
know.
a moment. You had to be there to understand it.
I didn't watch it that much. I actually liked iCarly a lot more.
Yeah,
When
everybody your age is
Miranda Cosgrove got
also
her own
crazy
show.
about iCarly.
Yeah.
You just had to be there. It spoke to my generation. Anyway.
iCarly was just one of those first shows when they're like, oh, this show gets it. They understand the internet. I remember the days of KB Toys. I remember renting video games from Blockbuster.